Hi everybody, welcome back. This is our video about how to do work in this class. So basically, this is just an overview of the tools that you will be using, just so you know it's crystal clear. So number one, we have CourseDen. There's right here the link to the CourseDen page. Oh, the tiny kitten. And going over to syllabus, going over to content, etc. So, right there, the second you click on content, there's the syllabus. Right here, it says begin here, pre-class preparation. Obviously, by the time you see this, much more than that will be loaded. But there'll be like module 1, module 2, etc. all over here under table of contents on the left. We are not going to have quizzes as such in the class, but we will probably list the final exam under quizzes since it's relatively short. We will have a section under assignments. And of course, that is where you will turn things in. Google Docs is fine, Word is fine, PDF is fine. Apple Pages tends to not translate too well into our course management system, though. So if you do use Pages or a software that is less compatible, you can just PDF it or copy and paste into a different file format. So that is one set of things that we do. Next, we will have, let's see, right here. Alrighty. So this is the Google Docs assignment that you will have. All right, so you'll see right here, these are all going to be listed on the, under that table of contents, under content. And then you'll see right here the instructions for our group annotation assignment. And when you get to it, let's say you're the first person to start working on it, you're going to have a little instruction right here, and it's going to look just like this. So each page will have the same disclaimer at the top. We are going to annotate this document as a group. Feel free to ask questions, comment on the language or terminology used, and respond to one another's observations. To comment, you are going to go to, and here I will show you, right here, you go to add comment. You can add an emoji reaction, definitely, that's totally fine. Suggest edits is not going to be that necessary unless somebody does something wild. But you can add an emoji, you can add a comment. You can also go to insert, and let's see. All right, well, anyway, it's right here. You click on the plus sign and then you add the comment. And a little box comes up. You can also click on a comment and reply to it directly. So if you look here, here's what I have. All right. So, right here, let's say you wanted to respond to my comments on vaudeville and reviews, where I mentioned the show SNL. Weirdly, The Muppet Show, if you've ever watched that, it's on Disney Plus now, has the same kind of format as some of these old preludes to musical theater's ancestors. And so, yeah, there's skits where people play different characters and also musical guests. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. So let's say you did want to mention The Muppet Show. You could go right here and talk about Muppets, or, ask yourself why this is still popular. Questions like what boundaries are being pushed here. And you can basically highlight any word. So if you wanted to highlight headlines and make a comment about politics and entertainment. You could do that. So that's basically how that works. However, a couple of things. Okay, so click comment. Hopefully you understand how to do that. This is going to be like a class discussion in some ways, where you'll see someone say something, you'll think it's clever, you'll respond to it. You'll see someone, you'll read something else from someone, and you'll want to kind of develop it more. That's also great. But one, don't click on resolve, because then that takes the comments out. I'm giving you edit privileges so we can all do this. So that's why you can click resolve if you want, but no resolve. You don't need to comment on everything. You'll see it and you'll be like, oh my gosh, Dr. Miller, there's like 10 different things here. No, just choose a couple. If you're really into it, choose more. You can make comments. There's a few YouTube videos in a lot of these. You can make comments on those, etc. So that's what we're doing for our participation. It is surprisingly participatory. It can be pretty fun. Think of this as a space to generate ideas, to generate notes, for you to learn and study, etc. So hopefully that will be, this will be like the document supplement to PowerPoints, to lectures and things like that, and to the text itself. Speaking of PowerPoints, I will upload PowerPoints for every lecture-y thing that I do. And you'll see, there's images and things like that. The Astor Place riot, Uncle Tom's Cabin as a musical, which is a very wild thing to think about. And so you'll have those to read through. If you're not a listener and you just want to look at something on a screen, you can do it this way. I am also going to be doing YouTube videos for each PowerPoint deck that I have. So those will be up on my YouTube channel, and there'll be links here so you don't have to follow the channel and look out for things. The channel content itself, if you look right here, where'd it go? Come back. All right, here we are. Sorry, I've got a bunch of windows going on right here. You will see, oh, I'm not using two-step verification. Well, clearly I better sort that out. Thanks, YouTube, for telling us all. But yeah, so there's the published introduction to this class, which hopefully you have just watched. Right there under the YouTube links that I've given you. You can also subscribe to the channel if you want. There are more interesting YouTube channels, don't get me wrong. Pretty much all of them are more interesting. Although, musicals are fun. And so you'll be able to kind of sync these things up. Okay, so far we've covered Courseden, Google Docs, looking at PowerPoint decks occasionally, YouTube videos, etc. Lots of stuff. So in addition, we also have both Spotify and Broadway HD and other streaming services. So we're going to start with Spotify stuff. This link is in a few different places. I'll probably copy and paste it in more places just so you can see it. It's called Miller 4106 Musical, Summer 2022. 5106 also counts. This has been a playlist I have developed over several years of teaching and trying to condense. With that said, I mentioned this in the previous video, but just in case you need a refresher, you do not have to listen to every single song of this 18 hours of songs. You do not have to memorize lyrics. You do not have to do anything like that. It's about listening. It's about getting a sense of what things are like. There will probably be individual songs or individual musicals that you will want to listen to a few times. But this should be considered the equivalent of, having a novel assigned to you. Like, it'll take you some time, but it does not have to be, it says there it takes 18 hours to listen to all of it. Don't do all that. Take about half. In some cases you'll probably want to listen to more, and that's about it. All right, does that sound good? And you can use the free version of Spotify for this. I have the family version for my family. It's pretty good. I think there's a way to do like a trial of it. So depending on how many email addresses you have and how many trials you would like to use, that could be a possibility for you as well. I enjoy doing things for free. Ask me why I've never paid for AMC TV. Free trial. Okay. So we've got Spotify sorted. Our last exciting little guy here is going to be, and let me find it. There we go. I have a million tabs open because I'm working on 10 different things at once. Broadway HD. And here's how you can get it through Prime. There are other ways to get it. Look at my many tabs. It's because I'm writing all those Google Docs assignments and adding notes to them all day long. All right, so you'll see here, if you go to Prime Video under Amazon Prime, oh, this summer I turned pretty. You're already pretty, people. Amazon Prime, you go to Prime Video, and then there's Home, Free to Me, Store, Channels. Thankfully, I'm not watching anything super embarrassing. Belle is a fantastic movie. I tried to get my kids to watch it. They weren't into it yet, but definitely watch if you haven't. This is the Angela Lansbury, George Hearn, Sweeney Todd, which is marvelous. So what you do is you then go to Channels. Evil is a channel. Wow. Oh no, Paramount is a channel. And this is the one I have, is Broadway HD. And that's the one you will want to join. So when you go to Channels, you can click on Add More Channels if you don't already have Broadway HD. And then you can add it there. So you'll see, there's Hedwig and the Angry Inch. That's one of the ones we have listed. This is the movie of Hair. The dance is really good, but I think it kind of goes apart from the original musical in some ways that you might not love. Ooh, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Excellent. There's just all kinds of options. This is the Les Mis one that I put on the syllabus. It's Les Miserables 25th anniversary in concert. It's sort of like a combination of a concert and a show produced. So there's costuming, there's character, there's acting, but there's not a ton of set design, I guess. Phantom of the Opera at Albert Hall is wild, and you should definitely see it. There's all kinds of amazing stuff. So I would encourage you to pay for a month of it if you want to, but I think you can also do various, again, trials, sharing emails, or different emails, etc. Let's see if there's anything else that's exciting. Touching the Void. Cool. I have a cat, a black cat. Touch the Void. This is the Bette Midler version of the show that we're talking about later in the class. I prefer the Imelda Staunton one, but this one is free on Broadway HD, so you're welcome to listen to it. The thing that I like is that Imelda Staunton is more actressy with it, and Bette Midler is more, look at me, I'm Bette Midler with it. So I don't know, it can be either way. Both have their own vibes. Sweet Charity is a wild ride. I had never seen it. It's a Bob Fosse, but it's very early Bob Fosse. If you've ever heard the phrase manic pixie dream girl to describe like these sort of, cute women characters who are like there to help men grow in relationships, and it's kind of problematic, but you see them everywhere once you learn to look. She seems like one of the originators of it, so feel free to enjoy that. If you like dancing, 42nd Street, Kinky Boots is great. Pippin we're going to be watching. Ben Vereen in Pippin, there he is right now, is just astonishingly great. Like, it's one of the best things I've ever seen. Is him dancing in this show. It's just, he apparently just, he's the perfect person for Bob Fosse. So that's it for now. You've had a tour of some resources. Bye-bye.